is the second largest consumer of gold in the world after China. However, there was not enough legal safeguard for the consumer against victimization due to irregular gold quality. To provide assurance and to ensure that customer gets right purity of gold for the given price value for money, Government of India has implemented the rules of hallmarking on jewellery. The Government of India has made it mandatory for jewellers to hallmark gold jewellery from June 16, 2021 if the turnover of the jeweller is more than 40 lakhs rupees in a year. There are a few exceptions to this rule. I will provide the later part of this video. Hallmarking rule is currently applicable in 256 districts of India in the first phase of implementation. The hallmarking of jewellery or artifacts would enhance the credibility of gold jewellery. It further aims to develop India as leading gold market center in the world and develop export competitiveness. What is hallmarking? In simple terms, hallmark gold is the certified gold. Hallmarking certification ensures the purity of gold. This is not a new concept as such. Hallmarking of gold jewellery was applicable in France and England dating back to the 12th century. Hallmarking of gold jewellery was Europe's earliest form of consumer protection. Some of the largest gold markets in the world, such as Dubai, United Kingdom, have mandatory hallmarking rules in place. In the UK, all gold products sold on the home market must be hallmarked. In India, hallmarking is managed by the Bureau of Indian Standards, in short BIS. The Bureau of Indian Standards is a government body and the president of this body is the Union Minister of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution. The Bureau of Indian Standards stamps a certificate of purity and fineness of gold which is called as hallmarking. Hallmarking the gold shows that the gold used for making jewelry adheres to the international standards of purity. Which precious metals are hallmarked in India? In India, at present, two precious metals, namely gold and silver, have been brought under the purview of hallmarking. Hallmarking of 6 caratages of gold jewelry or artifacts, that is 14, 18, 20, 22, 23 and 24 carats are possible. Procedure of hallmarking. Any jeweler willing to obtain certificate of registration for selling hallmarked gold and silver jewelry or artifacts shall apply online in the BIS portal. The BIS has recognized the assaying and hallmarking centers, the A&H centers, and these centers carry out the hallmarking process. BIS ensures that the center has the requisite infrastructure and has trained and competent manpower. BIS has so far set up assaying and marking centers in 256 districts of the country for hallmarking. Jewelers get the jewelleries hallmarked at these centers. What are the charges for hallmarking? There are charges that have to be paid to get the jewellery hallmarked. It is rupees 35 plus taxes per gold article and the same is rupees 25 per silver article. Hallmarking charges are paid per article irrespective of the weight of the article. How to identify the jewelers registered with BIS? On the outside of the sales outlet, the registered jeweler shall display the logo of BIS with the wording hallmarked jewellery available for sale. Certificate of registration issued by BIS shall be displayed by the jeweler in a jewelry shop. The list of BIS registered jewelers is available on the BIS website. There are 4 components that one should look for on the hallmarked gold jewelry to ensure the purity of gold. Number 1, the BIS mark. Number 2, purity in carat and fineness. Number 3, assaying and hallmarking centers identification mark or number. Number 4, jewelers identification mark or number. Is it possible for the common man to get the jewelry tested for purity? Yes. It can be done after paying testing charges of rupees 200 at any BIS recognized assaying and hallmarking centers. Can one sell one's old jewelry? The government has allowed jewelers to buy back old gold jewelry without hallmark from the consumer. Exempted category. Traders engaged in export and re-import of jewelry as per the government's trade policy are also exempted from mandatory hallmarking. Further, jewelry meant for international exhibitions as well as for government approved B2B domestic exhibitions are also not covered in this directive. Mandatory hallmarking has also been exempted on gold watches, fountain pens and special types of jewelry like kundan, polki and jadau.